What's up, YouTubers? It's Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Welcome back to the channel. And last we left off, we had just finished up Thanos' quest. So I figured let's keep this road to Infinity War going by digging into Infinity Gauntlet by Jim Starlin and George Perez. Last time we left off, Thanos had assembled the Infinity Stones. And to be honest, he's feeling himself a little bit. He's just been kicking back and showing off and just basking in his own magnificence, even attracting the attention of the devil himself, Mephisto. Now, let's not mince words here. Mephisto is a snake-ass mofo, and you know if he's hanging around, he's up to no good. But where this story gets kicking is that Thanos, thanks to Mephisto, is finally realizing that Death wants nothing to do with him. She finds him repulsive, dull, and for all intents and purposes, undesirable. Mephisto is poisoning Thanos' mind, Lord of the Rings style. And though Thanos knows he can't trust the guy, he's so blinded by his love for Mistress Death that he just doesn't see Mephisto's game. Thanos has tried everything. He's moved the heavens and earth. He's built a shrine for her. He's done it all, and still nothing. He's even brought down his own brother, Eros, Star Fox, and his quotey fingers granddaughter, Nebula, and has been torturing the hell out of them for Death's amusement, especially Nebula, turning her into a zombified creature, like literally on the brink between life and death, which is basically his receipt for her running around telling the galaxy that she's his granddaughter, basically building a name off his rep. And still, no response from Mistress Death other than the cold shoulder. This is when he realizes, wait a minute, there was something I was supposed to do for Mistress Death. Maybe I should get on that, and then she'll have to like me. Remember back in the Thanos quest video, he was supposed to kill half of his universe's population because Death believes that there being more people alive in the universe today than there are people who have ever died, period, is a cosmic imbalance, and she wants it corrected. Well, he never did that, so he does. Literally snaps his fingers and boom, just like that, heroes and civilians start disappearing left and right, including mainstays like Daredevil, Quicksilver, Hawkeye, the entire Fantastic Four, and they even lose Luke Cage and Black Panther. For shame. Spider-Man even loses Mary Jane to this incident. Now, to be fair, he doesn't so much kill them as he does blink them out of existence, but you know, hey, potato, potato. But as fate would have it, Death is still not impressed with him. In fact, she seems more disgusted by him, if that were even possible. Fortunately for the universe, forces have been working behind the scenes to thwart Thanos. And it just so happens Adam Warlock has returned from the Soul Stone, where he's pretty much been residing. And he does this via jumping into the body of a man who recently died in a car crash. And he brings with him Pip the Troll and Gamora via the same means, though unfortunately for Gamora, she joins the half of the universe that is now dead upon her arrival, since their return kind of coincided with Thanos' killing of half the universe. It also just so happens that the Silver Surfer just recently crashed into the Sanctum Sanctorum, ranting and raving about someone heralding the end of the universe, who is not Galactus. And of course, he's referring to the big bad booty daddy, Thanos. Not only that, but there's other forces moving outside in the cosmic spectrum. Odin assembles the gods from all the pantheons, Greek, Native American, African, all of them. Quasar is even being summoned by Epoch for the same reason, and Thanos' arrival in the galaxy is upsetting the cosmic order. Even Dr. Doom is aware of what's happening, and as far as he's concerned, a threat against the Earth is a threat against his plans for world domination, and he's not having it. Also, he seems keenly aware that whatever powers working in the shadows beyond space and time could possibly be his for the taking should they be stopped. Galactus is getting uneasy about everything too, because everyone seems to be prepping for the coming apocalypse. And it's exactly that, because not only did Thanos kill half the universe's population, but he also messed with Earth's orbit, causing all sorts of the day after tomorrow shenanigans. Adam Warlock knows that the shit is about to hit the fan, and he knows that the only way to stop Thanos from bringing on the end of all things is to organize everyone. Not just the heroes of Earth, but the powers that be in the universe. He gathers up all the cosmic forces, Uatu the Watcher, Epoch and Quasar, Lord Chaos and Master Order, the Stranger, Kronos, the Titan God of Time, Love and Hate personified, the Living Tribunal, Galactus, 2 random Celestials, and Eternity. Now, a little sidebar, real quick. In the video for Thanos Quest, I apparently implied the being that originally made up the Infinity Stones was called Infinity. That was technically a mistake on my part. I was just talking, and for whatever reason, Infinity just kept getting thrown around so much that I accidentally said it when I actually meant to say Eternity. That's my bad. Please don't beat me up. Anyway, Adam Warlock is trying to get them to band together and help a cosmic entity out, but he's met with some surprising resistance. Eternity is on board because he knows Thanos' intentions and what he can accomplish with that power, and wants him stopped. Unfortunately, the Living Tribunal is like, no, this is the natural order of things. You're being replaced, and this is something that happens, so I'm out. And as a result of this, Eternity dips out as well, leading to a cascade of cosmic beings dropping out. Uatu don't want none, and Galactus has no interest in following a tiny by comparison to himself, Adam Warlock. But Lord Chaos and Master Order, Love and Hate, the Stranger, Epoch and Quasar, and Kronos, for the most part, are all on board, with Galactus still being on the fence. Doctor Strange, at the behest of Adam Warlock, arranges for all the remaining heroes to come together, including Silver Surfer and a reluctant Doctor Doom. He gets pretty much all that's left of the heavy hitters of the Marvel Universe: an articulate Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man, Cloak, Namor, Iron Man, Nova, Wolverine and Cyclops, Thor, Captain America, She-Hulk, Quasar, Drax the Destroyer, the original Drax the Destroyer, not the one from the movies, Fire-Lord, and Scarlet Witch, and the Vision. Adam Warlock has a plan to stop Thanos, but it's a suicide mission of the highest order. But the thing is, he's not sharing the whole plan. The heroes know they're up against some incredibly deadly odds, but they really don't know the whole story like the readers may do. Adam Warlock knows that the Avengers and X-Men will not kill Thanos. Not as a group, at least. But he knows a member of each that will. And he tasked Wolverine and Hulk with the job of taking Thanos down legit when the time comes. The shit is starting to get real, even to the point Uatu the Watcher shows up to witness the epic ass whipping Thanos is about to lay down. And even as his enemies are at the gates, Death still won't stand by Thanos, which leads him to creating his own queen to stand by his side. A woman in his own image, Taraxia. This is a clear sign of Thanos' vanity, even going back to him arranging the planets in the form of his name. This is probably the clearest sign he's only in this for himself. His love for Mistress Death, though he feels is real, probably is very short-sighted. Before he knows it, he's up to his elbows and superheroes coming to stop him. Namor, Fire-Lord, Thor, and Iron Man lead the charge, and Thanos effortlessly stops them in their tracks, literally freezing them and all others, minus Mephisto, Mistress Death, Taraxia, Nebula, Star Fox, and Uatu, in time. It's here that Mephisto begins shooting his shot when he starts directing traffic with Thanos' power. He points out Silver Surfer and Adam Warlock waiting beyond the veil to take him down, but just as Thanos is about to obliterate them, Mephisto then convinces him to not strike them down, to spare them, thinking it best for him to hold back his power to appear vulnerable to Mistress Death. You see, he's gassing Thanos' head up, and now Thanos thinks if he trims his power level down, like this is Dragon Ball Z or some shit, thinking death will fall for him if it appears he's vulnerable yet courageous in the face of impending doom. Basically, playing down his sensory ability so he won't know what's coming, basically turning off his omniscience. And this is the beginning of the end for Thanos. This move right here engineered his downfall. Leave it to the devil himself to get the job done, but don't think he did it for the good of mankind. This move pays off almost immediately when Hulk and Drax get the better of him, but it's short-lived, and Thanos starts opening up can after can of whoop ass, taking out Dr. Doom, Namor and She-Hulk, Vision, Cyclops, Scarlet Witch, and even Thor after he throws his hammer as a last-ditch effort, leaving him to revert back. Wait, what? Revert? Yep, this is not the actual Thor. This is Eric Masterson, who has been wielding Thor's power in his stead. It's kind of a long, convoluted story, but Eric Masterson and Thor were fused together by Odin because at that time, Odin was a compassionate person and was saving Eric's life. It's a long, drawn-out story, but just know that it all led to Heimdall banishing Thor and transforming Eric Masterson into the new Thor. But the thing is, at the time, none of the other Avengers or other heroes know that he's not the actual real Thor. He ended up becoming Thunderstrike later. He is probably the epitome of everything 90s in the Marvel comics. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. What you need to know is that this is Eric Masterson, who has been wielding Thor's power in his stead. He gets the hammer back eventually, barely, before he runs out of air in the vacuum of space. But not before Thanos sends Drax and Firelord back to the Cretaceous period, and Taraxia apparently beheaded Iron Man. Talk about ride or die. And I'm pretty sure Taraxia bashed in Spider-Man's skull with a big rock, Killer Croc style. And then before Thor can feel himself too much, Thanos turns him to glass, shattering him while he turns Nova into toy blocks, and explodes the quantum bands around Quasar's wrist, obliterating his hand, and then fries him with an optic blast. Thanos even gets absorbed by Cloak, but explodes with power, pretty much decimating Cloak. This is when it gets real. Captain America is the last man standing, and we get that epic walk down scene. Something we may see in the Infinity War movie, I bet. And Cap lays it down plainly. As long as one man stands against you, you'll never be able to claim victory. But Thanos doesn't give a damn. He shatters Cap's shield, and just as he's about to drive the Infinity Gauntlet through Cap's skull, Adam Warlock sends Silver Surfer in, because he's been holding him back this whole time. No matter how much Silver Surfer wanted to get in this fight, Adam has been keeping him on a short leash. And this is when he finally lets him go. But it's not to save Cap, but to take the gauntlet from Thanos' hand. All the while, Captain America is just calmly waiting his end, only for Silver Surfer to miss. Thanos breaks Cap's neck with but a love tap, and then restores his true power. But he's not out of the woods yet, because the cosmic entities who sided with Adam Warlock have arrived. And Galactus has decided to lead the charge. Okay, so that is part 1 of the Infinity Gauntlet. Man, and you know what? I originally was going to just make this one long video, but man, the more I sat back and looked at it and like I started watching the time, I was like, oh man, dude, we're already almost 20 minutes in. Woo, nah, man, we can't do this. Like, no, I'm not gonna make y'all sit through this. So I went ahead and decided to just go ahead and split it into 2 parts. And I felt what better spot to leave it than right here. Let me know what you guys think about the Infinity Gauntlet so far. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, and tap that bell so you know when I post up. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you all next time. Plus Ultra!